We entered the United States through Tijuana, the busiest and most controlled border in the world. Then we went to San Diego, visited Las Vegas, and camped in the Nevada mountains with temperatures at 2 degrees below zero. In the previous episode, we spent several hours on the road and arrived at the famous Route 66, where we visited Roy's Motel Cafe, one of the many iconic spots that make it unique.
Hey, how are you? We came to San Diego because we're having some little problems with Pantera, but honestly, I have to stop and do a lot of things to her. A lot of things I've been putting off. So before we continue our trip through the rest of the United States, Canada, and Alaska, I think it's a good time, especially since we have the place and the space to do it, which is very important and sometimes really hard to find while traveling, to stop and take care of everything we need to do.
We're back at my friend Orlando's place, who once again is going to be our host and guardian angel.
So, well, I'm also going to come here to rest. My wrist is hurting a lot, really a lot, from a fall we had when I broke the motorcycle's foot peg. Well, we're also going to take this off. We're going to change it because with a fall it could break. There are a lot of little things we need to do to Pantera, like the transmission too. So, well, Orlando has a workshop here. I'm going to leave it with him and we're going to rest a bit, take a few days to recharge and be able to continue the trip calmly. Because since I had the accident in Mexico and everything else, honestly, we've been going non-stop all the time and I haven't done anything but ride, put on miles, record and edit. Well, honestly, it's quite a big job, so a few days of rest are always welcome. So from San Diego, Pante is going into the operating room.
If you want to learn from new experiences, follow my advice. I just ran out of fuel.
It's strange because it wasn't showing me. It's weird, it wasn't registering it.
As soon as the light came on, 3 minutes passed and I ran out of fuel.
Really strange. Now I'm passing through.
Passing from here to the back to put it in and be able to continue.
Things that happen.
Things that happen in the fancy part of town. Well, we're going to leave it here.
Look, I also wanted to show you this.
The brake pad wore out and look.
I didn't realize.
And I also scratched the disc a little, so
Look at this workshop.
it literally looks like something out of a movie.
This shop is a real gem and absolutely crazy.
Incredible.
So Orlando is going to,
He's going to be in good hands.
I mean the bike, of course.
Of course.
Thank you.
Sometimes during the journey and the nomadic lifestyle, unexpected things come up that can change our path.
Hello.
You might be wondering,
Where we are.
we are in Argentina.
Many of you already know where we are because of these iconic gates.
Yes, we are in the land of the sun.
And of good wine.
Do you want to know why?
I'll tell you soon. Welcome to Mendoza.
The city of Mendoza is located at the foot of the Andes Mountains, 1,000 kilometers from the city of Buenos Aires. Founded in 1561, it is one of the main cities in Argentina, known as the international wine capital. And it's very famous for its wine industry, especially for its production of Malbec, which has gained worldwide recognition. The mystery of why I came to Argentina is over. Well, as you know, we're in the final stretch of the trip. We're very close to reaching Alaska, and I had to take care of some things like the Canadian visa. That's already taken care of. So now we're ready to go back to the United States to pick up Pantera. But another reason we came is that I got an invitation I couldn't refuse, and that was to go to the MotoGP. On March 14th, 15th, and 16th, and who invited me? Honda Argentina. Yes, Honda Argentina contacted me and gave me this invitation that I couldn't refuse. And they also lent me this Honda XR300, the Tornado, the new Tornado, so I can explore a bit of Mendoza, this beautiful city, and show it to you in the best way possible. Right now, we're at San Martin Park. This place is beautiful. It has 400 hectares. So just imagine the number of people who come here to enjoy, to relax, to exercise, to do a lot of activities. And besides, they keep it very well maintained, very neat, and that's one of the things I really like about Mendoza. San Martin Park was founded in 1906 by a French landscaper. Look how old it is. And something very interesting that I wanted to show you are these channels you can see here. Many might ask, what is this? Well, these are the irrigation ditches. The irrigation ditches are irrigation channels that date back to pre-Hispanic times. Do you know who developed them? The Huarpes. The Huarpes were the original inhabitants of the entire Mendoza region. One of the main functions of the irrigation ditches is to provide water for the crops, but also to keep the city cool and take care of all the urban vegetation. The province of Mendoza, and especially the city, is a very arid area. So the development of these irrigation ditches made it possible to create an oasis, let's say, in the middle of the desert, because it's literally very dry, and it has really helped a lot with the development of agriculture and livestock throughout the province. Music. The idea of this video is to show you a few places that I haven't shown during my trip. So I think this is the perfect time to do it and share it with all of you since I'm here. We're moving away from the city and I'm going to take you to see two places that I love, and the route is incredibly scenic. And notice what I mentioned before, that throughout the whole city we have the irrigation ditches here, right next to me. Take a look.
Music, full tank and a happy heart, but unfortunately my camera's microphone failed. Therefore we don't have audio, so I'm going to tell you from here how beautiful Mendoza is. This is Route 82, which was originally a key road to connect the city of Mendoza with the mountain areas and with Chile, being part of the old roads that crossed the Andes. Nowadays, it has become a tourist route that takes us to Cacheuta and Potrerillos. Music. Cacheuta is a small paradise located in the heart of the Andes, on the banks of the Mendoza River. This place is known for its mineral-rich hot springs that flow naturally. They are perfect for disconnecting and relaxing. Now comes one of my favorite parts. Surrounded by landscapes that look like they're straight out of a painting, you come across the winding switchbacks and the entrance to one of the most famous and Instagrammable tunnels in Mendoza. Welcome to the Potrerillos Dam. Music.
Music. We've arrived at one of my favorite places here in Mendoza, and that's the Potrerillos Dam. This dam is beautiful. Today there's no one here because it's a weekday, but on weekends, just imagine, we're only 30 minutes away from the city of Mendoza. So, everyone comes here and it's great because it's a super natural place and accessible for everyone. Obviously, there are little hidden spots. In some areas you can get there by truck, others you can get to by motorcycle, others by car or on foot. The construction of this dam began in 1999 in order to regulate the flow of the Mendoza River, which, just so you know, comes from about 100 and something kilometers from here. It goes up to just before the crossing with Chile. It passes through Ushuaia, then Puente del Inca, and keeps coming down until it gets here. Here's the thing. One of the main objectives was to regulate it and also to produce energy.
At the dam, you can do countless water activities, but nothing that runs on a motor.
The dam wall, which is the big wall you're seeing, is 116 meters high, and the reservoir has reached a depth of 395 meters. Why has it reached that? Because the dam, depending on the time of year, has different water levels. Now, because we're in the rainy season and so on, it's at a pretty high level. That hole you're seeing now is a drainage outlet. When the dam reaches a very high point and is almost at its limit, the water goes through there. It's like when a bathtub is about to overflow, it has those little holes, and that's where the water drains out, so it doesn't let the dam overflow. And another thing is that the reservoir covers 1,300 hectares, which is incredible. It's really big.
Every kilometer you travel connects you even more with the essence of the Andes. Let's go. Before we continue on the road, I'm going to take you to a little hidden spot that I love. Even though the rains have recently destroyed all the roads, it doesn't matter. Here we go.
It's really windy today, so I hope you can hear me despite all the wind. Look at the water level, how high it is. Many times the water reaches, I don't know, you have to keep walking like 200 meters ahead, right?
It keeps going forward and keeps going down. I really want to jump into the water, so I'm thinking about whether I should do it.
The tricky part is drying off and all that, but I brought some shorts with me, so I think we're going to jump in.
Never thought I'd find somebody who holds me like you do.
We're going to jump into the water, that's it.
That's it, I've decided.
Always knew that we would never have to say goodbye. Girl, you changed my.
All right, let's get in the water.
Look, this whole area, I don't know if you can hear it, but there are rocks. So you have to go down little by little and make sure you step carefully, because you might bump into a rock.
Let's see. Come here. I fell into a pit. Why? Because there are rocks all the way down here. It's like being, for example, going down from up there. You get deformed. It's happening all the time.
The water is beautiful. It was nicer to come and enjoy the dam here in Potrerillos.
Before continuing, I didn't copy here. It dropped suddenly. Before continuing on the road, how nice you see. How beautiful you are, Argentina.
Can you believe we've already been traveling across the Americas for 4 years? Yes. On March 5th, 2021, we started this amazing adventure together with all of you, with the goal of connecting the entire continent by motorcycle. Up to now, we've already traveled 84,000 kilometers. That's a lot, and there's still more to go. Since we're in Mendoza, I felt like remembering some of the things we experienced here that were unforgettable. If you followed our journey from the start, you'll remember when we got stuck in the ice in that dreamlike place.
No.
Oh, I knew it.
I knew it. I won't be able to get out this way. Yes.
I'm really thirsty, but I have water.
Another moment we can't forget is when we hit a rock on Route 13.
Hey! It was a hard hit, you see? This was the rock.
Brutal.
Going back to where we are, this is the race route, also known as Route 89. It's about 50 kilometers that connect Potrerillos with Tupungato. This area was known as San Francisco de la Carrera in honor of the Jesuits, who worked here after receiving donated land in 1632, a highly recommended route to take. We arrived in the Uco Valley, more specifically in Tupungato. It is famous for its production of high-quality wines, especially Malbec and Cabernet Sauvignon. The altitude and unique climate contribute to the excellence of its vineyards.
One of the things I like the most is that we're in the best time of the year for everything related to the wine industry. For example, all the vineyards are in bloom. They're already in harvest season. We're in March. Anywhere you go in Tupungato and also in Mendoza in general, you'll find this. Next to the road, a vineyard. And what do we have there? Look at the grapes. Look at these beautiful grapes. And they're all like this. Check it out. Look at these beautiful grapes. It's a sight to see. If we keep going, you'll see a lot more. This is one of the most important times when everything is decided. Because also with storms, hail and so on, there are many producers who end up losing absolutely all their production because sometimes a hailstorm ruins everything. Well, those things happen too. It's the effects of nature.
In addition, fruits like apples, pears, and walnuts are grown, which are part of the local economy. A very popular tourist destination where people from all over the world come. The name Tupungato comes from the Huarpe language and is interpreted as star lookout or tip of the sky. Speaking of agriculture, Mendoza is also known for its fruit crops like peaches, plums, and olives. Each farm tells its own family story of hard work and dedication inherited from past generations. And of course, the wine. So delicious. Mendoza wouldn't be what it is without its wine industry. It's the land of Malbec, a wine that has won over people all around the world. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next week at the MotoGP in Termas de Rio Hondo.